So now tell me, what was the main thing in these 3 pages that you read? Bolo bolo. You did your homework, na? कोई बोल ही नहीं रहा है.
Yeah, we got it. We are good.
Okay, good. No, I'm asking them, what was there in these 3 pages? Nobody's talking. Mohit, tell me. You asked me a question, right?
Yeah.
And then did you go back and read it?
No.
So you've not done your homework?
I read it, but I don't know. It all sounds the same until you untangle it.
Oh, okay. But okay, where does it begin? Tell me. What is he mainly talking about? What did you understand?
He's just talking about the same thing, how what you think manifests and how everything is a dream. And Rama keeps interrupting him and asking random questions which don't make sense. He actually starts talking the jiva. Basically, the whole question is, how is the jiva getting reality from the whole consciousness? To your point, so you started from the consciousness of jiva. Like he says, the goblin, the jiva that comes up. And then how that whole jiva has a little agitation on the surface. And so you're going through the whole process, basically, similar to how we've been understanding it so far.
Okay.
You get more details on that.
Good. So now you understand what these 3 pages basically were about, and you've read the 3 pages. Now we'll do them backwards. Okay? Come to page 67. Paragraph number 2. The world appearance. Who's going to read?
I can read it.
Yeah.
The world appearance is said to have the absolute Brahman as its cause.
Okay, you are somewhere else. Page 67.
Oh,
Yeah?
sorry, paragraph 3.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Paragraph
Right.
2.
The world appearance is the waking state of consciousness. Egotism is the dreaming state. The mind stuff is the deep sleep state. The pure consciousness is the fourth state, or the uncontradicted truth. Beyond even this fourth state, there is the absolute purity of consciousness. One who is established in it goes beyond sorrow.
Okay, stop. So, we've done these 3 states of consciousness before. Yes, you remember? Yes. So, what did I always talk about it? Yeah. We are throughout the day, we again and again keep going through these 3 states: waking state, dreaming state, and deep sleep state. Yeah. During the daytime also you are daydreaming. Yeah. And in the night you go into the dream state. Sometimes in the daytime, while sitting, you must be sitting in office in front of your computer, but for a few moments you're just boof, gone. Yeah, completely lost, as if lights out. Yeah, and then you come back also. So Sushupti, deep sleep happens even during the daytime in activity. It's not just in the night. We've done this before. Yes? What else have we done about waking, sleeping and dreaming? Where does birth and death happen? Who remembers? It's not in the book, don't look in the book. Where does birth and death happen? Which state? Guys, 3 times we've done this. Bhagavad Gita session, Upanishad session. Huh?
Deep sleep.
In deep sleep state, birth happens and death happens. Yeah, you remember all this we've discussed? We've also discussed the 4th state is called the Turiya Avastha. Yeah, Turiya. That itself means fourth. Yeah, the fourth state. So you remember everything coming back? Yeah, we've discussed all this before. When you are 100% aware, even in Jagrat Avastha, that is called Sakshi Bhav. We did this in Ashtavakra. Yeah. What does Buddha call it? Mindfulness. You remember? Yeah. What does Lord Krishna say? Brahmi state. Do you remember? Yeah. One who is established in the Buddhi Yukta. Yeah. He reaches a Brahmi state. This is the Brahmi state. 100% awareness in the now, in the present moment. When one attains this 100% awareness in the waking state, it can start happening in the dreaming state. Yeah, he becomes completely aware that he is dreaming. Yeah, and then dream drops off. You remember this? Yeah, slowly dreams don't come up at all. The dreaming state becomes smaller and smaller and then vanishes. Yeah. So a person always just gets 100% rest in the night. He's not dreaming too much. That is the deep sleep state. You remember? Yeah. You keep shuttling between these states in the night. Yeah, and when you shuttle between them, when there is a dreaming phase in between two deep sleep states, you forget those dreams completely. You remember? Yeah. And once you become more and more aware in the dreaming state, you can become aware in your deep sleep state also. Yeah. Even in your sleep, yeah, when you're sleeping, you turn, you're aware that you are turning. Yeah. That is called 100% awareness. And when you reach that state where you are 100% aware, even in Sushuptavastha, yeah, you cross deep sleep. That 100% awareness in Sushupti takes you to the Turyavastha, the fourth. You remember all this we have discussed 3 times at least till now? Yes? Absolutely clear? Yeah? You remembered everything that we've done on this? Now, Yoga Vasistha is explaining to you how actually you came from the Turya Avastha all the way to the Jagrat Avastha. Yeah? Till now we were only learning about how to move from this Jagrat Avastha all the way to Turya. First time today you are understanding what is the meaning of moving from Turya towards Jagrat. How did it happen in the first place? Yeah? So that's what he explains. Yeah, before even the Turya Avastha, the fourth Avastha, there is nothingness, just plain consciousness, just nothingness. Yeah, you can't even call it an emptiness. It's not empty. Yeah, it is full of life. Yes, but it's nothingness. There is no Prakriti, what you see around right now. All this did not exist. That is pure consciousness. Yes. Fourth state, Turya Avastha. In this state, there was a vibration. Yeah. And just literally a vibration you can imagine, nothing else. Just a vibration in that nothingness. And that vibration itself, you can call it as Jiva or cause and effect. The vibration gave rise to a Jiva. You can say that. So, in the pure consciousness, there was a vibration and this vibration gave rise to this Jiva, or you can say it is the Jiva itself. This Jiva is nothing but the mind. Yeah. The mind came into being. Now understand, it came into being and there was the first notion. And what is the first notion that happened in this mind? What was the first notion?
I.
The moment there was this I, it moved from the deep sleep state to the dreaming state. Clear? Yeah. From Turiya, there is a vibration. You come into the Sushupt Avastha, the deep sleep state, where there is the birth of the mind. And this mind has a notion, I am space. Yeah? And then it has moved into the dreaming state. Here there is I am space, then space comes up. I am fire, fire comes up. I am water, water comes up. Yeah? All the 5 elements started coming up because of this I. Yeah? So that's how it moved from the Swapna Avastha, dreaming state, to Jagrit Avastha. That's how the world appearance happened in the first place. And then world appearance led to the body. Yeah, it says I have a body. I have a physical body. And that's how the physical body came into existence. Yes? So understand this process. Yeah? And all the scriptures teach you only one thing, that enlightenment means going back, starting here and moving to the Turiya Avastha. All scriptures talk about the same thing. Yes? Ashtavakra was taking you from here to here. Sakshi Bhav, drop doership. Remember? Yes? And you remember towards the end, after Ashtavakra 30, he started talking about the 4th dimension, the 4th state. Yes, little bit you remember? Where there's constant joy. Yeah? A constant awareness. That is Turiya Avastha. So Ashtavakra took you through this journey. Yeah? Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 itself takes you through this entire journey. He starts with, stop crying about this body. Yeah? What are you worried about? All these people who are there were there before also and they will be after this also. Drop this attachment to the body. He begins with this. Yeah? And chapter 2 ends on, this is the Brahmi state, O Partha. You remember? Yeah? Turiya Avastha. We ended on this in the Bhagavad Gita. Yeah? Same thing in the Upanishads. Upanishads just talk about this state only. Yeah? So all scriptures will teach you the same thing. Now same Yoga Vasistha is also telling you. And Yoga Vasistha in fact dissects it. Yeah? And beats it into your head again and again and again till you are 100% established in this. Yeah? So he's saying this is how the world creation happened. This is how you came into being. Yeah? Now is it clear, Mohit, what is Jiva and how Jiva came about? Yeah. Now who will read the 3rd paragraph?
I can continue. The world appearance is said to have the absolute Brahman as its cause, in just the same way as the sky, space, is the cause of the growth of a tree. Since the sky does not obstruct its growth, it promotes or causes it. In fact, Brahman is not an active causative factor, and this is revealed by inquiry. Even as one digging the solid earth finds empty space as he continues to dig, When the inquiry is continued, you will find the truth that all this is none other than the infinite consciousness.
Okay. Yeah. He's just explained it that though it seems like this, that from the Brahman the world has come. Yeah. He's saying, but it is not really a cause and effect. Yeah. It is the same thing. There is no difference. Yeah. Like when you go to sleep, when you lie down in the night, yeah, and Mohit is lying down and dreaming about all beautiful women, those beautiful women are not really there. Yeah. It is Mohit from the beginning till the end. Yeah. From 11 o'clock in the night and at that point of time when he goes to sleep and starts dreaming till the morning time when those women really disappear and Mohit wakes up. Yeah. It was only a big long dream. Those women did not exist. There was just Mohit to begin with and at the end. Just like this example, Brahman begins and Brahman ends. This is all a dream. It doesn't exist. Yeah? You and I are right now in a dream. This is a dream. This does not really exist. Yeah? One day we will all wake up and we'll be like, oh, Yoga Vasistha kept saying this again and again and again. Every page he was repeating the same thing. But I refuse to wake up. Yes? That's all he's saying here. Yeah. Now read the first paragraph, Prashanjit.
On account of the various causes, there is this movement of thought. Someone is freed from this in one lifetime, and someone else is freed in 1,000 births. When there is a movement of thought, one does not see the truth, and then there is the feeling of I am, this is mine, etc.
Got it? Yeah. Somebody can wake up once, just by listening to this once is enough for somebody. He is called a Shravaka. He gets enlightened just by listening to it once. Yeah. And then some people take 1,000 lifetimes. Yeah. They keep going through this cycle, but they never reach the fourth state. They keep going through this cycle again and again. Birth, death, birth, death, birth, death. They keep going round and round. Yeah? The most beautiful part is where you can get out of this circle. Yeah? That is the Turiya Avastha. That is enlightenment. Yeah? And movement of thought you understood, na? This vibration is nothing but the movement. The first movement that happens.
And you're already there because it is you. So you're there anyways.
Yes. Yeah. Aditya is saying, you are there anyways. Yeah. You are in that Turiya Avastha. Just like Mohit is Mohit only. Yeah. But he is dreaming. He is lost in that dream, that 8-hour dream. Yeah. This 8-hour dream lasts for thousands of lifetimes for some people. But Mohit is still Mohit, na? Just like that. You are there. You are in that Turiya Avastha.
So what I was trying to ask last time was specific to everything around me. Like there's a whiteboard here, then there's a chalkboard, and then there's a poster. Like if somebody else walks in the room, they see the same thing. So I didn't invent this. Right? It's not
No, you didn't invent it. Both of you are in each other's dream together. That is so beautiful, huh? This Maya can drive you completely crazy. How can it do that? Yeah, but it can. Both two people, A and B, have so much strong karma with each other that they land up together in the same scene. Yeah? Very beautifully Aditya put it the other day. He said, everything is just one event after another event, after another event, after another event. Are you getting it? Something propels you, something happens in your body, yeah?
1 nanosecond.
For 1-2 hours you've not had water, yeah? A dryness starts happening in the body, the blood is running through your arteries and veins, and the heart is pumping it, and suddenly all the water is absorbed already into the bloodstream, and there is a dryness felt in your digestive system, which comes all the way to your mouth. What happens? That's just the first event. And then what do? I get up, I pick up a glass and I drink water. I put it aside. One event led to another event. I give you a very plain example. Yeah? Everything in life is like that. One event after another event, after another event, after another event. Life, actually, if you look at it from those who watched Interstellar, there are other dimensions. Yeah? We are just in 3 dimensions, right? We can just see 3. I can go forward and backward. I can go right and left, and I can perceive up and down. 3 dimensions, length, breadth and height. Yeah? We cannot even think of a 4th dimension. Yeah, but imagine somebody from a 4th dimension looking down at us, or a 5th dimension or a 6th dimension looking down at us. That person, yeah, he can see that we are just stuck in one event after another event after another event. Yeah, he can just see that life is not the way we look at it, as one big chunk of something happening to me. Yeah, it's one after another, after another, after another. So for that person looking down at us, there is really no past, no present, no future. There is nothing like time the way you and I see it right now. Are you getting what I'm saying? Did I confuse you too much? Guys, reaction.
It makes sense to a certain extent. It makes sense to a certain extent. Theoretically, if you are imagining an alien or someone who is looking down, then it makes sense. But implementing it is not. You can't just keep saying, "Oh, it's a dream. Oh, it's a dream." It has to come from within to stick with you.
Okay. Now is the right time, Mitesh, that you have to watch Interstellar.
Okay.
No option.
I think.
Yeah?
I think
Let me come there.
that's-
1 minute, Prashanjit. You have to watch Interstellar. Why? Because this has been proved scientifically that there are other dimensions which you and I in this human form cannot perceive. Yeah?
I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with what science is proving.
The way they are showing it to you, yeah, you will start understanding it. Yeah, it is, I tell you, it is like there is an all-knowingness already there. Yeah, somebody just has to knock. Yeah, maybe science is your knock, and maybe a scripture is my knock. Yeah, but somewhere suddenly that knock happens, and you wake up and you're like, oh, I already know this. Yes. Aha, how did I not see it?
But then I sleep on it, and the next day it's the same cycle again.
Mitesh, that knock has still not happened. So go watch Interstellar.
Okay.
Yeah, and for everybody, I'm going to send you a 3-hour video. This is completely scientific. It's about the quantum theory. Yeah, quantum mechanics basically, and then string theory. Sounds very too scientific right now, but it is not. So your step number 1 is actually to watch that 3-hour video that I'm going to send you. Very simply it is put, for a layman to understand what science has proved today. Yeah, quantum theory. You watch that 3-hour video, then you go and watch the movie Interstellar. You will completely understand Interstellar. 100%. Yeah. Okay. Back to the topic. Prashanjit, you were saying something.
Yeah, like you're right, there are many dimensions, and mathematically you can go to like 26 dimensions. Now, what I found myself, the limiting factor is that we always try to force ourselves to think 3 dimensions. That's what we know.
Yes.
So every time you're going to understand, you just let go this whole concept that we've grown up with the 3 dimensions. So even when I was studying engineering, when I was studying all this physics, and that's what helps. Is just realize that once you just let go of the thing with the 3 dimensions, just don't think of it that way. I mean, just try to share the team. You then understand that everything makes sense that there can be a dimension. Just we're limited by our imagination because we see 3 dimensions. We realize so much on our eyes that we sense to think through our head or with our mind to actually what it might be because we get stuck by the vision of our eyes. And if you think of people who can't see, they actually have better understanding of such things because they're not limited by 3 dimensions.
Absolutely.
It's our eyes that keep telling no, there can't be a 4th or 5th dimension because we only go by what the eyes see. And Interstellar, this shows that very nicely, like you said, the time, he sees the whole childhood, it's just one moment. It's like one of the other, like you said. It's like, he tried to show that dimension of linear singularity, he tried to show that. And also, Mohit, for your thing, and Ektaji already said that if you watched, similar the same movie, if you watched Inception, the same thing, when everybody gets into one dream, they all seem to be doing the same dream, and they're all acting the same things in that kind of a dimension of dream. And there also, when people are sleeping and dream in a dream, there's no track of time because the whole story is happening from one dream to the other dream.
Yes.
And they're all dreaming the same dream.
Yeah. Mohit
So
has
it's
watched
kind of
Inception,
that
right?
also, if that would help you.
Yeah. Mohit has watched Inception.
Yeah, I have seen it, but not since I was told that it's true. So I gotta rewatch it.
Okay, now go watch it again. So that means, I cannot give you any homework for the holidays. You have Interstellar to watch, you have Inception to watch, and the 3-hour video that I'm sending to you. Lots of homework. Okay. Okay. So now, before we go ahead, everybody clear on this, how this happened? Yeah, the entire Turiya to the world creation and what we are supposed to do, how to move in the opposite direction. Clear now? The cycle is complete. Yes? Now we can go ahead. You can start with Vasistha, actually Rama's question.
Rama asked, "Pray, tell me how this creation becomes so extensive." Vasistha continued, "The vibration in the infinite consciousness is not different from that consciousness itself. From that vibration, just as the jiva becomes manifest, even so from the jiva, the mind becomes manifest because the jiva thinks. The mind itself entertains the notions of the 5 elements and it transforms itself into those elements. Whatever the mind thinks of, that alone it sees. After this, one by one, the jiva acquires the sense organs, the tongue, the eyes, the nose, the sense of touch, etc. In this, there is no causal connection between the mind and the senses, but there is the coincidence of the thought and of the manifestation of the sense organs. Just as a crow sits on a palm tree, the fruit accidentally drops from it, and it appears that the crow dislodged it. Thus, the first cosmic jiva came into being. Brahma asked, "Holy Sir, if ignorance is non-existent in truth, then why should one even bother about liberation or about inquiry?" Vasistha replied, "Brahma, that thought should arise in its own time, not now. Flowers bloom and fruits ripen in their due time. The cosmic jiva utters Om, and by pure will create the various objects. Just as the creator Brahma was willed into being, even so is a worm brought into being, because the latter is caught up in impurity. Its action is trivial. The distinction is illusionary. In truth, there is no creation and hence no division at all."
Is this clear? It's like Mohit saying, "Oh, anyway, I was dreaming all these 8 hours. All those women, they were a dream. They were not real. Then why should I even, think about liberation? Yeah, I was not bound in the first place." Yeah. So Vasistha, what does he say? You are jumping the gun right now. You are still stuck in the dream. Yeah. While in the dream, you cannot say this. Yeah, you wake up first. Yeah. Let it become morning and let Mohit really wake up. Then Mohit can say this. But if he's saying this in the dream, yeah, it's not time yet. You got it, na? Why he said that? Aditya is laughing on this. Mohit and the women. Okay. And the rest is just repetition, that the jiva by its own will creates the various objects. Yeah? There is no difference between Brahma, how Brahma came into existence or how a worm comes into existence. It does not matter. Yeah? Finally, it is a dream. It does not matter, yeah, what Mohit is dreaming. If he is dreaming about Angelina Jolie or he is dreaming about the next door, average girl. Yeah? It does not matter. It's the same. Yeah? It's finally all a dream.
The shloka, the thing that is highlighted, I think we should elaborate on that. Yata sampadhyate brahma, kita sampadhyate tatha, kitastu rudha bhutaga, varnat tuchya karmaka. It's highlighted at the bottom.
Yeah, that's what he said, no? Just as the creator Brahma was willed into being, even so is a worm brought into being.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the same thing I said, na? For Mohit, different dream. Both are dreams. Yeah, just because the worm is, dirty. Yeah, don't think that action is trivial and the action of Brahma, the creator, is very great. All is a dream. Yeah? We will not read ahead because once you begin the story of Karkati, yeah, it goes for around 10 pages and then you cannot have a break in the middle of a story. Yeah? So we will begin this story directly in January. Yeah? Before that, you have to watch Interstellar, you have to watch the 3-hour video on quantum mechanics, and you have to watch Inception again. What is the joke, Mohit?
There's just no way that 3-hour video is going to be half as good as those movies.
The thing is, it will explain to them the science behind it and then they will understand the movie.
Is there a soundtrack at least of some kind?
Yes, it's good.
Violins.
It's really good. Believe me. The 3-hour video that I'm saying has pure science, yeah? So, and nicely done. For a layman, it has all graphics and less of scientific formulae, actually no scientific formulae, but just nicely explained. Once you understand that, Interstellar will become a little easier to understand, and you will understand, you're not watching a fictional movie. It's very important to go into the theatre understanding that this is pure science.
Also, before you see Interstellar, you should watch Cosmos episode 5.
5, yeah.
That, it makes sense to me more than those
Yeah.
the short videos, but I need to watch those again too.
Yes.
Is this a plug for Interstellar, or are we really trying to do something?
Yeah, Mohit and I both work for them.
We're getting commission.
Yeah, we're getting commission.
But yeah, Cosmos does not need to be watched in order.
Yes, you can just watch Cosmos 5, that's it. You don't have to watch 1, 2, 3, 4. But you've already watched 1, I think, everybody. Yeah? So you will get 5. Yeah? You will get the basics. So I know you have a lot of homework. It's all video homework, no reading for this holiday break. But you must come back in January with this understanding crystal clear. Absolutely crystal clear. Yeah? Whatever I see is not real. Yes? Do not stop till you do not understand this. Yeah?
Understand or believe?
There is no belief, okay? It is understand. I can believe something blindly also, no? I am not asking you to believe anything blindly. Just because Vasistha says it or Ekta says it or Guruji says it, that's why I believe. No. Drop these things, okay? You understand it. Yeah? When it makes sense here, yeah, it will make sense here. Yeah? And then you can move here. Yes?
It's like saying that something is cold. It's a little sweet to taste, and it's got a flavor, but you will not know until you eat the ice cream.
You got it?
Ice cream has to be eaten. It has to be tasted.
You got it?
How can you understand ice cream?
You have to taste it.
You experience. He's talking about the experience.
So what are we supposed to do? Experience or understand?
Come on, Mitesh, both are the same thing. When you experience, you understand.
I just have been missing in action for some time.
I know, I was missing Narada myself.
I fell asleep last time.
Okay. Yeah. So, one very important scientific discovery is the double slit experiment. It will be a part of that video. Yeah. But you understand that this has been scientifically proven. Yeah. That, I'll make them do it rather. I won't tell you. Look around your room. Look at everything around in your room. Yeah? Now close your eyes. Whatever, don't open your eyes yet, huh? Just let me complete my sentence. Whatever furniture, whatever wall hangings, posters, whatever is in your room, right now with your eyes closed, is not really there. Now open your eyes. Now it's back into its place. Just by you looking at something, it goes back to the place that you thought or want it to be or expect it to be. It is not really there. This has been proven by science. Yeah? Now go watch that 3-hour video. Yeah? It's called the double slit experiment. This is what started quantum mechanics. The field of quantum mechanics started with this. When they recognized, oh, when you observe it, its behavior changes. When you're not observing, it's completely different. How? How does this happen? They're still researching. Yeah? So now science has reached there. And it's amazing to see the scientific aspect, and the scientists themselves talk about it. Yeah, it's different to watch it in a movie. You can just let go. You even see Shah Rukh Khan flying off a 200-story building and land on his feet. Yeah, and you let it go. You don't think, because it's a movie. But it's very different to see it as, a scientific documentary where scientists are talking to you like that and they show it to you in an experiment. It's just amazing. Yeah. So give me 5 minutes. In 5 minutes you will receive an email with the link to the video. If you have time tonight, you can. There are 3 separate videos, 1 hour each. That's how it becomes a 3-hour video. Yeah. They are basically 3 episodes or 3 whatever series, whatever you want to call it. And those who have watched Interstellar, now you will understand, oh, they got this idea from this part of science. Yeah? Every scene has been taken from some scientific theory. Yes? Now I've evoked your interest enough? Yes? Please go watch those 3 videos. You don't have an option. Yeah? You have to understand this part of Yoga Vasistha before we go ahead into the next story. Yeah? And the story after that. Yeah? Okay? The next Yoga Vasistha session we'll have in Jan. What is the Wednesday in Jan? 7th. 7th of Jan, Wednesday, we will have the next Yoga Vasistha session. Yeah? You can read the first 2 pages or 3 pages of the story, yeah, if you want. But we will begin with the story. So there is not a big break. Yeah? But you have this homework. Please, really I urge you, I insist, go watch Interstellar. I really don't get any commission. Yeah? Okay? And I'll send you that video link. Huh.
Are you coming to Boon?
Boon? No, I'm not going to Boon. No. You're going?
Yeah.
Okay. Enjoy. Yeah? Chalo guys, I'll see you in January. Have a great holiday. Yeah? Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year to all of you. Jai Gurudev.
Very good. Thank